Huddle podcast with Pastor Short T.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that.
Yo, what is up, family? I'm back at you with another episode of Break the Huddle podcast with your guy, Pastor Short T. And for those who don't know what this is about, this is the podcast to encourage and empower our Christian student athletes through testimony. So, remember, we are unashamed. We're breaking chains, and all of that's in Jesus' name. So we're going to go on and get into this thing right now. Our quote of the week goes like this. When you realize who you are, you can be what God called you to be. Let me say that again. When you realize who you are, you can be what God has called you to be. And that leads into our scripture, Hebrews 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Very familiar passage. One more time. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. That leads into our subject for tonight. Faith, family, baseball. Now, I'm going to introduce my guest. He's a Pinson Valley alum, graduate of class of 2022, where he played basketball and baseball. A Lawson State Community College grad where he was all academic. Now he's going on to his 4-year college where he will play baseball and continue his education, which we'll find out where that's going to be a little bit later. I need y'all to give it up for my son, Isaiah Zay Sims.
Yeah. Hope everybody doing good tonight.
Man, you smiling, bruh.
No, always.
I likes that, man.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. Finally.
Finally. Feel good to be on here finally.
Man, you've been back there watching, now you here.
We on here now.
Man, let's go on and give you shout outs to a few folk, man. Let's go on and make that happen.
Sure, gotta shout out my Dukes first.
Oh.
Paula Jo Sims, gotta shout her out. My sister, Monty Sims. Pops, obviously, appreciate the Lord blessing me to be on here finally.
Yeah.
To announce some big things tonight.
Yeah.
Granny and Grandpa H. Gotta shout out my team, USA Prime, American, B Team, aka B Team. Gotta shout them out. My Angels, they know who they are. Brothers group chat, all my close ones, most of.
Oh,
shout
man.
all of them out.
Man, hey, you did good, man.
Yeah, practice a little bit.
You've been practicing a little bit.
Practice in the mirror a little bit. You know how I go.
Okay, man. We're going to get into this thing rapid fire.
All right.
It's just like 2-minute drill, high-paced offense. We're going to get it in, all right?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, DC or Marvel?
You know I'm a Marvel guy.
Favorite character?
Spider-Man all day long.
All day long. Favorite old school family sitcom?
Gotta go Fresh Prince.
Okay. Favorite baseball player, past and present?
Present, Manny Machado any day of the week.
Okay.
Past, I gotta give you 3 of them. Gotta give you 3 or 4 of them. That can't just give you 1.
Okay.
Gotta give you Barry Bonds.
Okay.
Hank Aaron, Jackie, and Chipper Jones. They're my 4.
Oh, man. And you rock number 42.
Rock 42.
Okay.
Jackie gave me the reason to do it, so let's do it.
Man, that we in there, man. Favorite home cooked meal?
Hamburger helper. Gotta be. Hamburger helper. Gotta be.
He didn't even get deep.
Hamburger helper. We ain't even gotta get so deep into it.
Okay. One thing you have learned following Jesus.
One thing that is not on your timing.
Okay.
That you got to be patient with it and just stay consistent with your praying. Whether it's your praying, your grind, you got to stay consistent with it because at the end of the day, he gonna show you when it needs to be. And we gonna get into how I kind of figured that out. On my own and figured y'all showing me and everything.
Man, well, we getting ready to pass the collection plate. That's coming. All right. Give me a Christian hip hop song that you just rocking to right now.
I gotta go with Mike McClure. Gotta go Pastor Mike.
PMJ. Okay.
Gotta go with either Bye, Amen, which was my walk-up song this year.
Yeah.
Or God Showing Out. I like God Showing Out because he said God don't play about me, and I just feel like that's how God is. He don't play about you.
Shout out to PMJ. That's one of my guys, man. I got to get you over there to meet him, man. I got to make that happen. All right, man. We're gonna get into this thing because I don't want our time to get away.
Let's do it.
All right. When you started playing baseball, T-ball, it was the age of 3, and I'm just gonna call it like I saw it. Actually, Paula came home and said, "Guess what? I signed Isaiah up for T-ball." And I said, "For what? He ain't gonna do nothing but be playing in the dirt, making sand castles in the dirt."
Real.
You know. Now there were plenty of them out there doing that, man.
Definitely.
But I saw the athleticism. Other coaches saw it, and then they asked you to play up, and
Right.
and you ended up. And I told Paul, I said, "You know what? I got a feeling this is gonna be his number one sport." And she said, "Why you say that?" I said, "Because it's my last sport." I played it, but I just played it because it was something to do.
Yeah.
So you go through the park, and you played there, did the All-Star thing. But then when we decided to play travel ball, I think that's where everything took off at, man. I want to go past when we did Alabama Elite. I want to go to JP.
Yeah.
Man, let's talk about when you were 11 and 12 playing with JP, Team Eastern. Let's talk about that, man.
So everybody, well, y'all know how much JP mean to me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he passed obviously during COVID in a car crash. But like without JP, that 11 and 12 you was so real and different for me, I would say, because it was a different type of coach, and it kind of led into me keep wanting to play and keep wanting to be great in it. But JP was down to earth. He wanted you to be great, but he also wanted you to like exceed your levels of what you wanted to do. Like he didn't want you just to do your goals or whatever. Like I just want to make our tournament every tournament. I ain't care about the other stuff. Just let me make our tournament. We good. Like I'm going back home happy.
Yeah.
But JP wanted me to go up there, hit a bomb every time. Like bomb, double, like do whatever the team do. But he taught me grit. He taught me to strive differently than others. Like look at stuff differently, and he matured me different. Like he got me to start maturing in this baseball game different. So I started looking at the game different. Started watching college baseball at 11 years old and watching different stuff like that. So I'm like looking at the game as if it's like we in college already. So he teaching me stuff like that. He taking me to high school games, and I'm 11 years old. He took me in as one of his own. So 11 and 12, he was probably my best 2 years of travel baseball, I would say. And it kind of just strive me to be who I am.
Yeah, and what I loved, he was like, "Do you mind if Izzy stay after baseball practice?" And he would go over little small things to help you grow as a catcher too.
Yeah.
And you played multiple positions.
Yeah.
And that made it where, of course, you made the middle school team. That made it where you made the middle school team. Went to Cooperstown.
Yeah.
And man, phenomenal trip out of 100 and how many teams?
116. We placed 16th.
16th in it. So, and we just ran out of juice. Just ran out of juice. So that's pretty good. Not too bad. Now, we're going to get into the tough part of this thing.
Let's do it.
Now, we talking about you get in the middle school, have a good 7th grade year. The team looks pretty strong, and the head coach of Pinson Valley High School decides to shut down the middle school program. Now you're an 8th grader playing JV. So let's talk about that aspect, and then we're going to get through the whole high school era, which is a whole nother testimony in itself.
So, kind of had you up there with 12th graders the whole day. Like, once you get up there, it's like you can't play no more. You had to figure out what you really wanted to do in this game. And they shout out to Chris and T. Reed because they was up there with me. And it was kind of, we clicked and made our own little way. Caleb Nix, like we all just clicked and kind of just made our own way. And we showed them like we actually belong. But it was a lot. It was because you learning stuff. You come from middle school and you riding the bus up there and you just learning stuff all over and over and over again. So we getting a lot of stuff thrown at us, and they didn't really think that we was gonna, comprehend it and understand what they're doing. But we kind of took it upon ourselves to after practice, let's talk to each other about it and figure this out. And then from there, it was me and Chris got pulled up to varsity right after that. And then from there, it was just like we kind of just ran Pinson and just kept doing what we was doing on the baseball field.
Man, that's the business right there. Because then let's talk. Coach Chappell takes another position. So now, your 9th grade year, you have another coach. And we had a pretty good season, made the playoffs, and you were playing with this guy that's the quarterback of the Denver Broncos now. Yeah, you were playing with Bo Nix, and man, so that right there was another change. Yeah. All right, what happened after that going into your 10th grade year?
Going into my 10th grade year, finding out Chapel left. Going into my 9th grade year, Chapel left.
Yep.
Then Coach Birch, they fired Coach Birch, and we actually liked Coach Birch, and we knew he was doing something good at Pinson. But I'm glad he got a job somewhere else. But going into my 10th grade year, I had to do some soul searching. Had to kind of do some soul searching. I knew I played on a good travel ball team, so I knew I was gonna get some looks and everything. Then I decided not to play going into my 10th grade year. Mm-hmm. And that team was very good. Yep. Shout out to that team. That team was very good. It was 12-1. Shout out to them. Then COVID hit. COVID hits, and you look back and you kind of glad you didn't play. But at the same time, you don't know when the next time you're gonna be able to play baseball in an actual game. So you rethinking it. You rethinking should I have played? Should I have stayed? You rethinking it. But then we get past it. We go back into travel ball. We get a new coach, Coach Glushik, going into my 11th grade year. Chris calls me and says, "Let's go play." And I was like, "All right, I'm going to play. I ain't played last year. Let's play this year. We got some revenge." Glushik knew I was a basketball player, so he knew I was on varsity and everything. So I just did baseball after basketball practice. Get done basketball, let's go to the cage. Just do little stuff to just stay intact with it. So then you got to the season. We had a good year. We should have had a better year than we had. Obviously, we had a lot of seniors. We just ran out of juice at the wrong times. But going there, figuring out the coaching changes, I would say, really showed me a lot and showed me what I really wanted out of baseball when it came in high school, and showed me I really wanted to play at the college level. I would say from 11th grade, from going from 9th grade to 10th grade to 11th grade, and the coach change each year, it showed me a lot.
5 coaches in 5 years. 5 coaches in 5 years.
That was a lot.
It's hard to have continuity. Now, through COVID, we couldn't get to a facility. So I had to break down and do what I had been saying I was gonna do, and went on and did it. And we put a cage in the backyard, and you utilized that thing like it wasn't no tomorrow. Even during basketball season, you were getting reps in, man. So it didn't stop. So we're talking about 5 coaches, 5 years. Coach Holyfield was your last coach, because the other coach, he ran into some problems, and he ends up they end up letting him go. Yeah. So here you are your senior year. Junior year, we made a run in basketball. Shout out to Coach Barber, man.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah. Coach Barber saw something in you in basketball as well, and just told me, I need him. And now through all these coaching changes, you had opportunities to go to other schools that were baseball schools. Yeah. So, but you were like, yo, I'm going to finish here. Because I asked you what you want to do. Yeah. And you were like, I want to finish here. I want to finish with my boys. I respected that. And I'm like, okay. So when we started looking for a house, the hardest thing was finding one in the area. Yeah. So we're in the house we're in because of Zay. Yeah. So go through that process. Senior year, y'all done made a run your junior year. You come back your senior year, and we making a run again. Caleb balling, but we hit injuries. Yeah. We only had 3 seniors. Yeah. So all 3 of y'all got injured. So let's talk about when you got injured, the foot situation.
So that senior year, we didn't really have nobody. We didn't have a game where we played with our full starting lineup. So first it was BJ that got hurt. Shout out to BJ at North Alabama. Now shout out to BJ. He got hurt first, hurt his foot, and then I get hurt. I break my foot. Doctor told me I'm out for 6 weeks. So we trying to figure out how we finna. Next game we play Oxford. We had just lost to him without BJ, and now I'm not playing. So we playing them at home. So we kind of figure out how this all gonna work. Then we go from there to I get back. BJ still hurt. He comes back, gets hurt again. So we really just trying to figure it all out. But I will say that team was a different type of brotherhood. I will say that because it really wasn't just a bunch of hoopers or whatever. It was really a bunch of brothers that just wanted to play basketball and win. Like I wasn't a real hooper. Like I'm a baseball player. Like I
playing basketball.
So like I just went out there and played, but I knew what I needed to do to win the game.
Yeah.
So we get to sub regionals, and we playing Scottsboro. I didn't like Scottsboro because we lost to them the year before. So I wasn't too fond of them. But we played them, and I go down again. Cam gets hurt in the area championship game. Shout out to Cam White. But I get hurt. Cam get hurt in the area championship game. So we down to just Caleb, Terry, and then Wu had to come off the bench and figure stuff out on the fly. Clyde in 8th grade trying to play up against some seniors and stuff. So it was a lot, but it taught the next year's team showed what it taught them though. Mm-hmm. I will say that. It showed them a lot. The next year's team lost one game. Unfortunately, they lost in the playoffs to Buckhorn, who won it, but that next year's team was a different breed of a team because of what we went through that year before. But I will say if we had our full team that whole year, we probably would have made a deep run.
Yeah, that's when they say it takes luck.
Yeah.
it takes that to win a championship as well. I want to go back. When you injured your foot, the one thing that you told the doctor, you said the doctor was talking 6 to 8 weeks. You said I'll be back in 4, and we broke out the oil and laid hands on your foot, and we were like, we had no doubt that you were gonna be back, and we prayed as a family, and we prayed over that, and you come back in 4 weeks. I'm talking about you running like ain't nothing been wrong with you. Then you come back and ball out in the game and get player of the game and all that good stuff against our rival Clay. So I never forget that, man. And you got basketball offers.
Yeah.
And I want to say this for those who don't know, he was a heck of a football player and walked away from football when they were winning state championships at Pinson. And Coach Sam Shade came to me and said, Pastor T, Isaiah, he's a D1 linebacker and he could play baseball in college. And he told you the same thing, and you told him, yeah, I know. So I want to commend you on standing your ground. The boys came over trying to get you to play, and you stood your ground so you could work on baseball, man. So I want to commend you on that for standing your ground and saying, I know what I want. So that's phenomenal. Then you got basketball offers, and I was like, wow. Coach Barber put it out there, and you got offers actually.
Yeah.
So man, that's amazing. Now let's talk about the recruiting process that you went through, and you made a decision. It wasn't like we wanted, because of everything that happened. But let's talk about the school you chose first.
Out of high school.
Out of high school. Sorry.
So, high school recruitment wasn't too crazy. It wasn't nothing. It was late recruitment. Everybody knew I was a top player, but I really didn't have the rankings, didn't have all this and that. So I didn't have the glitz and glamours that everybody just really was looking for, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. So recruitment was slow. I didn't get my first offer until I think after basketball season. So I chose Savannah State. Savannah State offered me late April, early May. I committed to them. Did a big commitment at Pinson Valley High School, and went there and only played a fall. Mm-hmm. Shout out to all my Savannah State boys, some of them watching. But that was I would say Savannah State wasn't the right school for me at that time in the aspect of baseball, I would say. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed. All them guys are still my brothers to this day, and I still talk to them a lot to this day. But it wasn't for baseball for me. It wasn't the right school, and I still talk to coaches as well. Like, It wasn't the right school for me from a baseball standpoint. So I went from Savannah State to Coastal Alabama. Coach Griff, Coach Brett Weeks, all of them, all my guys down there. And the first month of being down there, got hit in the head with a baseball and couldn't play.
Played 2 games.
Played 1.
Well, 1, yeah. You
one
didn't play
game,
the first
and
game.
The next, it was right before our next game when we was finna go play Georgia Highlands or whatever. So went down there, played there or whatever. was finna got my first hit and everything, so I knew it was gonna be a good season, so I was ready for what was next, but got hurt.
What type of hurt? What injury?
So I had a concussion. I got hit in the head, had a concussion, was out until conference play. They wanted me out to conference play, but I knew conference play was not a guarantee I was gonna play the next 30 games. So I told him I wanted to medically redshirt. Griff signed the papers. He said, I'm good with it. Like, let's get everything we got to do to get with it or whatever. I medically registered, and then we have examines, and he cuts me. I get cut. And he wasn't out of it wasn't out of I wasn't a good player or nothing. It was out of we don't know what we're going to get out of you. And I commend him for being real with me and being straight up. So I got cut. And I didn't know what I was going to do next. So I played in this men's league. I remember before I played with this other men's league team, I got called from the Birmingham Red Sox or whatever. Told me come out there and play. And I'll never forget probably my worst era I've had in my life just because I haven't been on the baseball field in a long time. Because I got hurt in the January. I think February 1st I got hurt of that year. Then we playing, so my next game wasn't until June. So you being off the field that long, you not being like on intact in baseball and everything. So I get out there, and I just had the worst game of my life. Would probably never get that low of baseball of my life again. So after the game, I remember me and you was out there talking, and I didn't know if I even wanted to keep playing baseball. I told you I was like, I don't know if this game is even for me anymore. Like, it might just be straight coaching. Like, it might just be coaching. And that night you said, we're going to do whatever we got to do. Like, and when you said that, and the next day I slept on it. The next day I woke up and went to work. Like, figured out a routine. I was going to Godspeed, doing that stuff. So I was getting all the work in with that. Then I get a call from Coach Ty at Lawson. And he tells me, you can walk on. And I just needed an opportunity at that time. I knew I was gonna make the most of the opportunity. So get that call from Coach Ty. I said, I'm in. Like, I tell him I'm in. I text him I'm in. Go up there, great fall. Front of some big schools, great fall. Great spring, batted 340. So, like, got hurt. I did get hurt, broke my hand. Once again, injuries, but when you pray about stuff and you put some stamps on it, things gonna work out in your favor. So, with that, got hurt, came back, end of the season batting 340. Before that, I was batting 500. So, I mean, I was having a good year. Going to the summer, coaching, just coach. Had a 14U team. And, just coaching them showed me a different love in baseball and coaching and everything like that. So then we go into the next season. I had offers to go to a 4-year, and I said I wanted to come back to Lawson because I just wanted to do something in JUCO again. I have fun. JUCO is a different lifestyle. So I'll go back to Lawson and have another good fall.
Yep.
Another great fall. Injury-free fall. That was the biggest thing, injury-free fall. Had my phone ringing a little bit, off and on, bringing a little bit from schools. We get to the spring. I start the spring off batting $130. And it really can't get no worse than that. I couldn't buy a Coke with my drink. I mean, with my batting average. Like, I couldn't buy nothing with that batting average. So it was a lot. And you had to stay true to yourself though. Within that, you had to stay true to yourself and know your worth of what you was gonna do with this game. And I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew my goals. Like, I wanted that all conference. I wanted that, all the little stuff like that. I wanted that. So, and one of my goals is to bat over 300.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of my goals. So I told myself, like, we're going to stand on that. And I never forget the hit that I think just broke me out of the slump was first at East Central. LeJam shot at second base, beat it out, running the first. Then I went 0 for 4 the next game with 2 strikeouts. I never forget. Next game, playing at Coastal South, LeJam shot over second base for a hit. Then I proceed to go 4 for 5 for the series. So then from there, I racked my batting average back up to like 340, and I think I ended with 349. Then we get to Wallace Hansfield. I lay a bunt down, base hit single. I beat it out, go to second, slide. My shoulder pops. Coach Ty runs out there, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm good. Let's keep playing. Like, I'll be all right. I knew when we got on that bus, I knew something went right. I proceeded to finish that game going 4 for 5. We get back home. I like, let's do STEM, blase, do all that. The next day I wake up, shoulder wasn't feeling good like at all. Told Miss Katie, I was like, let's take 2 days off and let's be ready for Thursday. Let's just be ready for Thursday. She was like, we can put KT tape on you, you'll be fine. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Get out there Thursday, went 5 for 6. So like I'm feeling good. I had 2 doubles. Like, I'm feeling good about myself. I feel good. The shoulder's feeling good. Next game, I rehabbed that Friday. We played that Saturday. Hit another double. So I'm feeling good. Like we still in the flow. And my shoulder started hurting a little bit. And I tell the trainer, because Miss Katie wasn't there. So I tell the trainer, I was like, my shoulder not feeling good. He says, don't dive for nothing. I was like, all right, let's not dive. Unfortunately, next ball, my boy Jack hits the ball to me, and I dove for it. My shoulder gave out, and I didn't know what was wrong with it. We go to the doctor. They tell me I partially tore my labrum. Come back to the doctor the next week. They say you can do therapy, or you can basically have surgery right now and rehab. And I looked at my mom and said, I want to have surgery. I said, I don't want this problem to linger on after today. Like, I don't want this problem to linger on after surgery. I want to have surgery, and let's just go ahead and like nip it in the bud. We had surgery. It's supposed to be a 6-month recovery.
And we lay oil on that one too, and lay hands on you in the name of Jesus.
And it's supposed to be a 6-month recovery. And we pray about stuff and speak stuff into existence. Words have power. So once you figure that out, a lot of stuff comes your way. So I started speaking that, Lord, I'll be back better than ever. And I'm 5 weeks ahead of schedule.
Amen. And then you began doing the affirmation over what school to choose.
Yeah.
And I think when you did it at Lynn Park down there with us, Pastor Buck brought you out and you read it out loud in the public. That did something to activate the heavens.
Yeah.
So before we make the announcement, how did you come upon the group, the coaches that you're going to commit to? Tell them how that happened.
So once again, shout out to my USA Prime American team, a.k.a. B team. So we went to the University of Tennessee, and I called you and Mom and told y'all that I felt good about something coming out of it. And I was going to commit to another school right when I called y'all. And I said, I feel good about this. Something great's going to come from it. So the first day, a bunch of you a coach. So a bunch of schools are talking to you about your team because August 1st was finna hit. So that's when they can all start talking to the 16 you guys. So they're asking me about my players and asking how their summer was going and everything. And I was telling them, I'm hyping my players up. Like, I love my guys. Like, I was hyping them up. And then... So I had Coach Hernandez from A&M walk up to me. We was talking, and that was the first. Like, that was the first one. Then I had the school I'm gonna commit to. The head coach calls me out of nowhere, and I was like, wow. Like, it was like you knew it was just the Lord working the way you wanted Him to. So He calls me and everything. We talking and everything, and it was just. You knew it was God working, and He don't make mistakes. He just don't never make mistakes. So you just knew right then, like, this was only God. Like, for Him to call and for me to answer, like, usually, you get a phone call from a number you don't know, you just don't pick it up just to pick it up. But I picked it up, talked and everything, and I just loved everything that they said and the passion they had behind it. It was really the kicker for me.
And they didn't talk just baseball.
Nah, we talking real life. We talking how me and you talking, like we talking about just real life stuff, not just baseball, we talking life in general of how this life works and knowing your worth and knowing what you can do in this life and everything.
And that's how you came to your decision.
That's exactly how I came.
I asked you, hey, what you think? What you feeling? What's in your spirit? And we just came in agreement that it couldn't have been any better than that. So I'm going to let you go on and make the announcement where you're going to go. And we're going to get ready to close it out, man. Hey, go ahead and do your thing.
So sure. I just want to give a shout out to all the coaches that reached out to me and showed me love through this process because, coming back from a labrum tear and every injury in general, you getting love from coaches, any coach, it don't matter what level, is always just a blessing. So I just wanted to say that. Second, I really want to give a shout out to Coach Ty, Coach Drake, Coach West at Lawson State because, I needed the opportunity and they gave it to me and they allowed me to be me every day. From yelling from the outfield, from me just hyping the team up, me being in the weight room every day, they let me be me. Third, I want to give a shout out to Lawson State baseball. My baseball teams I had at Lawson State, they gave me a lot of, when I was at $130, they kept preaching everything into me, just allowing me to. They was like, Zay, you're better. You got this. Then when I started getting it, they was like, I told you got this. So, them just being there for me and everything through this process was love. And a lot of them watching right now. Got to give a shout out to Coach Isaiah, Coach Josh, Coach Derek, all of them allowing me to go to facility and everything. And, talking to them, they helped me a lot too, learning about this game and everything. Dawson and Omar, them two, they helped me in this recruiting process, getting my name out there and everything, reposting my stuff, talking to me about it, how to post and everything. My therapist, Shelby.
Yeah.
Shelby, when I was in the
mental health therapist,
the drought of not getting ahead, she kept my mind straight and just showed me how to think about things differently. Let's think about how you hitting the ball, not where you're hitting it, like stuff like that. Taking it with a grain of salt. And I gotta give a shout out to Nigel for the edit. This edit is different. I can't lie to y'all. And lastly, I gotta give a shout out to Coach Adam, Coach Bo. Them two, they took me in like I was their own son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely had to give a shout out to them because I got much love for all of them. They families and everything took me in. And I just appreciate everybody that was in my corner from this process when I got hurt to now, from before then, everything. And this is bigger than me. I ain't laying no foundation for just me. I like to show kids that you can persevere through little stuff and keep going. This ain't about me. This is more about showing people that you can do this when you get here. And when you get here, keep going. Keep showing people you got kids, you got teams looking up to you and everything. So you got to keep going and you got to keep showing them that this is what you want to do. But I think it's time to let them know.
Let us know.
But with that being said, I'll be committing to. Let's let them know real quick.
You can go on and drop the edit there.
I'll be committing to Shorter University. Possibly fly together. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, congratulations, man. Big shout out, man, to Shorter University over in Rome, Georgia. Big shout out. High level D2 in a strong conference. Quick, you said the reasons you chose them, man, and they giving you an opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Man, son, I just want to say this, that you persevered through all this, and man, we proud of you as a family. Pastor Buck proud of you. He been preaching to you. So, man, we excited for you, man, and looking forward to great things coming out of this. One last thing before we get out of here, what would you say to guys that are trying to pursue this game where only 8% of high school students play college level baseball?
So I'd say once you commit, I'd say you can't win a spot on the first day of college practice. You just can't. You got to go in there with a mindset of what you want to do and what you want to get out of it. And that mindset is just to play baseball for them 2 to 4 years that you're at. If you're at a JUCO 2 years, if you had a 4 year, then 4 years, then just enjoy it. But if you wanna go from JUCO to a D1, D2, or the next level in general, then you got to know that. So you got to know how you look at yourself in the mirror every day. But I would say you cannot win a spot on the first day. So take it with a grain of salt and just stack the days up. And be yourself. You can't be nobody else. Be yourself. I don't want nobody growing up to be me, and I don't want nobody to be somebody else. You can't grow up and be Barry Bonds because Barry Bonds is his own person. So you got to grow up and be yourself. And with that, like you just gotta keep going. Like don't let nobody tear you down through it. Keep your head level and go with it.
Man. Man, once again, congratulations. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man, on BGTV Studios. Hey, it's so many people, man, that I can't name all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Put the giving tools on the screen now, Jacob. We ran a little long tonight, but it's all good. BGTVstudios.com or BG-Studios for Venmo and Cash Out BGTV Studios. Man, thank y'all for tuning in. And once again, my boy, my son, my guy, Zay, he done committed to Shorter University. Shout out to Shorter University. We coming.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's do it. And remember, Break the Huddle podcast where we're unashamed. We're breaking chains in Jesus' name. We are out of here. Love y'all.